His name was gone. No warning. No reason. Just a form. Just a stamp. That was all. Chulsu stood at the distribution window holding the empty envelope. His father's name had been removed from the household ration list. Effective this month. No explanation attached. He stepped to the counter. Is there a problem with my father? I don't know. Who can I ask? I don't know. The clerk's eyes had already moved elsewhere. Chulsu stood there for a long moment. The people behind him quietly stepped back. The walk home felt different. The gray alley, the cracked walls, the torn notices stuck to utility poles. Same streets, wrong feeling. The air was still, but it pressed against him. He kept thinking about his father's face. Did the old man already know? Or was he sitting at home unaware? Both possibilities frightened him. When Chulsu came through the door, his father, Ri Chong-ho, was sitting by the window. 72 years old. His back was bent and his hands trembled. But his eyes were clear. He was looking at the wall, where a stopped clock had hung for as long as Chulsu could remember. Father. His father didn't turn around. I went to the distribution office. I know. Your name wasn't there. I know. Chulsu held his breath. He already knew. He had known for days. How long have you known? 3 days. Why didn't you tell me? His father said nothing. Through the window the late autumn sky sat low and gray. There was no wind, but a bare branch moved slowly in the courtyard. That night Chulsu didn't sleep. He had to find out why. He went to the neighborhood coordinator and asked. She looked down and said it was a decision from above. She didn't know anything. He went to the district office the next day. The assigned clerk was out. Come back in 3 days, they told him. 3 days later the clerk had been transferred to another department. The new person was still catching up on the workload. Come back in a week. Every door was solid. Every question disappeared without an answer. Chulsu went through his memory carefully. What had his father said recently? Who had he spoken with? Where had he gone? But his father almost never left the apartment. It wasn't about health. He had always been this way. He preferred to sit quietly. He used few words. He looked like a man who spent most of his time thinking about something deep and unnamed. Chulsu had resented that silence as a child. Now it frightened him. He found the envelope 10 days after it started. His father had gone out briefly. Chulsu was straightening the bedding when his hand touched something flat and firm beneath the mattress. A plain envelope. No writing on the outside. Inside, a single sheet of paper. The ink was faded, the kind that aged into gray. The date at the top was 32 years ago. Chulsu read it. His hands began to shake. The paper was a kind of agreement, a record of a transaction. The language was not direct, but it was readable. 32 years ago, his father had agreed to stop asking questions about a specific person in exchange for something. What that something was, the paper did not say, but the structure of the sentences pointed toward survival. The right to continue living quietly. The right to keep his household in place. In exchange for silence about one name. The name itself had been blacked out, covered completely with heavy ink. Chulsu put the envelope back exactly where he found it. Then he waited for his father to return. When his father came back, Chulsu set the table without saying anything. They sat across from each other. They ate. No words. Only the sound of spoons. The soup cooled between them. The next morning Chulsu went to find an old neighbor. A man named Choi who had lived at the end of this alley for more than 30 years. Someone who had known his father since before Chulsu was born. Something happened around my father 32 years ago. Do you know what it was? The old man was quiet for a moment. Then he spoke. Why are you asking now? I think I need to know. Sometimes not knowing is easier. I still want to know. The old man looked at the ground for a while. A steady drip fell from the eaves of the roof. Then he spoke in a low voice. There was a man who worked alongside your father back then. I can't remember his name now. One day that man disappeared. And after that, your father never mentioned him again. Not once. That's all I know. I really don't know anything more than that. On the walk back, Chul-soo passed an abandoned school building at the end of the alley. Wind moved through the broken windows. He stopped in front of it and stood there for a while without knowing why. Would you have shown your father the envelope? Or would you have lived the rest of your life pretending you never found it? That night Chul-soo stood outside his father's door for a long time. No sound came from inside. The light was off. He stood there and did not open the door. He turned and went to his own room and lay down and looked at the ceiling. Sleep did not come. 3 days later, the distribution office sent word. His father's name had been restored to the list. No reason was given. No explanation. The new clerk said it appeared to be a clerical error made by the previous clerk. She smiled when she said it. Chul-soo did not smile back. He told his father. His father nodded. So that's how it went. That was all. 2 days after that, Chul-soo checked beneath the mattress again. The envelope was gone. He didn't know when his father had removed it. He didn't know if his father had seen him looking. Or perhaps his father had always known. The space beneath the mattress was empty now. Just dust where the envelope had lain. Chul-soo sat there for a while. He decided not to ask. His father had paid something 32 years ago. What exactly it cost was no longer knowable. One name had been kept quiet. In exchange, a household had survived. In exchange, a son had been born. And for 32 years that envelope had stayed beneath the mattress. Not burned, not shown to anyone, just kept there. The second secret remained inside his father's silence. Whatever it was, his father would take it to the end without speaking it. That evening Chul-soo set the table again. His father sat by the window. The stopped clock showed the same hour it always had. They sat across from each other without words. They ate. One bowl of rice, one bowl of soup. That meal stayed with Chul-soo for a long time afterward. Some silences are their own kind of answer. Some things kept hidden are the oldest form of love there is. If this choice stayed with you, the next story begins in the same place.